WHAM! Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Hip Hop Baby.
Yes, sirski.
Welcome back, y'all. Today we're talking about Lil Baby's album, WHAM, or its acronym for Who Hard Is Me. We're really excited about this. I don't know about y'all. I could say collectively here at the Hip Hop Babies Enterprise that we are so excited to talk about this album.
Long time coming. First review of this year. So this is our first Lil Baby review. Lil Baby, he's a top tier as far as like sales and people anticipating his project. He's up there. People like Lil Baby. We were anticipating reviewing this, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you out the gate. I wasn't rocking with this. You know how we do it at Hip Hop Babies. We keep it real here.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
Maybe.
Hey, real talk though. Who hard is him though? Like for real. Exactly. You can't name one name, bro. Exactly. We gonna get into this, bro. First track you heard, listen up. Were you listening up?
I was trying to. Like I said, man. I ain't trying to be a hater. Look, my turn was solid for a mainstream, rap album that people are hyping up, that people obviously enjoyed. I thought it had some tracks on there. Lil Baby knows how to make some bangers. If you're in the club, you're around some ladies, you want to hear some songs, put this on, right? But from a listener experience, from me putting on my headphones and listening to this, I didn't get much from it. I tried. I listened to it a bunch of times. Maybe you have a different opinion than me, right? Because like you said, listen up. I'm like, listen up. I got my headphones on. I'm locked in. I got it on the speaker, whatever. Didn't hit. I was excited to hear Young Thug on Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber. It was cool. Future did his thing. Baby did his thing. That was a solid track, right? What'd you think?
Yeah, Young Thug came back basically from hell. He said he didn't even feel like he was in jail. For us hip hop fans, I felt like Young Thug was like on the other side of death's door. At that point, it was that serious for me, bro. Came back out swinging. It was a great track. Future and Thug and Baby all got their own lane at this point, so they all showing that off, and then like at the end they got the three like ad libs, the Wham, Spider, ASA Gang. I thought that was cool. I thought getting them all on there together was cool. And I just love hearing Young Thug and Future on any project. But if I'm coming to your project and I'm trying to listen to other people, we got a little bit of a problem. You're the main show, so he says a lot of things. He does a lot of things. He flexes a lot of things, right? But like, where is the general direction of the album? And then I look myself in the mirror and I'm like, bro, you're expecting too much, bro. The story he's telling you is not going to be that compelling. The thematics of it is not going to be that compelling. He's going to give you some songs, and even on his like projects before that we've been listening to, like, because you said this is our first review, but like, how long has Lil Baby been out? Almost a decade now, right?
Yeah, 2018. Yeah, it's been almost. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's had the songs, right? But like, you go to Lil Baby project and like you notice the cover art and you're like, damn, I only really know two songs off this, and everything else. In my opinion, the album where he's got with Gunna, where he's got Drip Too Hard, he's grown out of the Young Thug mold. He's done his own stuff now. He feels like he's his own man. And then I look at him and I'm like, bro, you a singles artist. Like, you do singles. Like, you do the one-off, the TikTok track method. Like, you was low-key an originator. And that's why I feel like Fuck You Two Times. It's got a good hook. It's a minute 48. It doesn't really have much to say as like a little dance or like a little trend or something.
Or you could throw it in your playlist. I could see some of these songs, if you just make playlists and you want to hear, some upbeat or some trap music, Lil Baby does his thing. Sometimes, even moments, he has flashes on here. I do think he works better with other artists. Sometimes, for me at least, he struggles to keep my attention when it's just him and he's doing repetitive hooks and he's, just going by the numbers, I feel sometimes. I will say this. He did try to switch it up. He's not talking about 4PF. I've been seeing interviews recently where he's been saying that. Like, I'm not trying to talk about 4PF. I'm trying to, switch it up and do my own thing and talk about what I want to talk about. I could see it on moments on here. But then he has bars or he has songs where I'm just like, what is the purpose? Now, I get it. Maybe I'm holding him to too high of a standard. I don't really think so because I wasn't expecting much from this album, especially after It's Only Me. Now, I will say this is better to me than It's Only Me. I thought It's Only Me really didn't show any growth. And I didn't really like the album he had with Lil Durk. He's the voice of the street. He presents himself that way. And he's kind of, I wouldn't even say distancing himself because he still talks about the streets on here, but it's not as hardcore. I feel like he's having fun. It's way more club, more catchy bangers on this. And that's fine. But for me, especially at this point in my life, I don't know if I'm looking for that. Because at least on my turn, I feel like with the introspective or the singing tracks, they hit more. While on this one, he had the song By Myself. Yeah, Rod Wave. Let Rod Wave sing. Maybe that's just me. I know people like to hear Lil Baby sing. I'm not a big fan of his, singing / rapping flow. I'm not a big fan of Rod Wave, but Rod Wave did the thing and Rilo killed it. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm getting more from the features. You said F you twice. I thought that was catchy. It was stuck in my head for a little bit, but am I just playing that? No. And a lot of these tracks for me felt that way. And I tried. I gave it multiple listens. You might get more. I feel like you're getting more enjoyment than me out of this stuff.
I mean,
right?
I don't know. To some degree, right? Like, it's like, if you got to call yourself the voice of the streets, like, we listen to people like Boldy James, right? Like, Boldy James is somebody I would say is the voice of the street. Him and Lil Durk, like, in the way that they say that thing is like, it's kind of overstated because, like, what does he actually talk about on here? There's a lot of like brand shout outs and shit. Like, the fuck I give about Hermes for?
But this is
no.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't. That's disconnection. That's like a brand affiliation. That's like you probably getting paid for name drop. I don't know what it is, man, but I feel like Lil Baby, my entire time that I've ever listened to Lil Baby, he's got loaded albums. Streaming era of like making more songs you need to so you get more streams without like making it concise. Just trying to get, people to listen to their stuff and like it's 50 minutes.
I want to say some things, free promo. I like the first verse flow he had, but the hook is just him saying, boy, boy, boy. No. Drugs talking, you're missing someone. You're talking about, the drugs are talking. I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you. I'm going to hit someone up. That was cool for the Lil Baby love song. Kind of, I see the edge to it, but am I just playing that? No. 99 was a highlight. You're talking about the deluxe. The beat was banging. I liked his flow. I like Future, of course. Future did a good job on both of the verses he had on this album. Like you're saying, the rest of them, they felt bloated. They felt unneeded. And I get it. Maybe that's not what he wants to do. But he did comment on, I think, Kai Cenat, right? And he tried to say, like, well, Kai Cenat's a youngin' and he's not going to understand what I'm talking about. And to me, listening to this album, I don't see that. There is growth in the sense where, he's progressed. He's not talking about 4PF. He wasn't really a violent rapper before, but, it's a little bit different now. I think he maybe tried to switch it up with the features and like what they were talking about, but really it's the same stuff to me in a different package.
He's got more money. It's very apparent. You got more money. You're doing different things because of that. When you get rappers like Future on like 99, right? You know what I go to listen, and it's the songs like So Sorry. Future,
okay, yeah.
Try to get into that emotional. He's hurt, but he's still going to act out type of bag.
Like I was gonna say that on Dumb and Dumber, it sounded like something off the deluxe on We Still Don't Trust You, that trap vibe. And that's fine. We know Future can do that. But I get what you're saying. Like, So Sorry was a skip for me. Because I get it. You talk about, she cheated on you or she did something dirty. And you might have been doing dirt too, but you didn't expect that. And you're sorry. You're trying to make it work. But I've heard Lil Baby do love songs like that before. Do it better. So you rehashing what you've done before and not really improving on it. That was kind of some of this album to me. I'm not trying to hate on Lil Baby. I see the premise. I see what you're going for. If you like this album, I get it. Pointing, I just was like, where are we going here? You get Travis Scott on stuff. I feel like on stuff like, again, I know people throw this term around, carried, but Travis outshined him and almost out, back in the day we used to say this, Travis Scott will take over a track. Recently, it hasn't been happening as much. That was a track where he took over again. Lil Baby shouldn't be allowing that to happen because he still should be trying to get it. He kind of is acting like he made it and he's trying to coast now, or just like he's chilling talking about different stuff, but he's really not. I don't get it.
It felt like he was getting that track like they were all three equals. But in my eyes, ever since when he came on, he got put on Young Thug, and then after that, he gets put on a little bit by Drake, right? And Drake gets him on Yes Indeed, and that's the track that blows up and gives Lil Baby some notoriety, as well as Wants and Needs. There was even the one before that. He's been gifted like these like handouts, right? Like been like, what is he gonna do with it? Literally the exact same summer, JB Block Boy got his feature from Drake, and I feel like Lil Baby's always been able to get those like couple songs. I see the potential. I see where you're going with it, and I see where we could head with it.
And maybe it has to do with a lot of people giving props to My Turn. A lot of people really love My Turn. I think I saw a certain publication put it as like one of the top rap albums of the decade, just off numbers and the reception. Because a lot of people love that album. It could be a classic in some people's eyes. It is his best project, and ever since then, it hasn't been the same to me. Other people obviously enjoy this. I can't recommend it though. I can't, like, as someone who, I tried to listen to it multiple times, I didn't really get much out of this. And I do think that Lil Baby does have, because of My Turn, like I said, he does have, and even stuff before that, like the mixtape, and like you said, the album with Gunna. Maybe he needs to find someone to work with. Maybe he needs to get back into that hunger that was there, I think, before. I think that's kind of gone now. He's acting like a legend. I agree with you. He's not a legend yet. Maybe in some people's eyes already, but to me, there's more to do. I need to know more about Lil Baby.
I get it, bro. Like when you flexing certain things about your lifestyle. I get it. But have you made the album? Can I post you, Photoshop your face over the Kobe picture with Kobe, his arms stretched over all of his NBA championships?
Maybe you could do that with some of his single covers. I mean, and some people listen to music differently. I gotta repeat this because I don't want to sound like a hater. I do not hate Lil Baby. I see moments, even on this album, like I said, there's certain songs. I was kind of hating on F You Twice, but it was stuck in my head. I remember when we were first talking about the album, that was already repeating that. You were like, what are you talking about? I'm like, when you listen to the album, you're going to instantly see, you saw. He knows how to make earworms. Even with this album, he said he tried to drift away from 4PF and all that stuff. He's trying to like clean up his sound, his image a little bit. If he does it a little more, perfects it, and finds a way to do it on an album, it'll click with me more. I can't get jiggy with it. I tried, man. I tried.
There's time, bro. He's young.
It's not like there's no potential. I think even with the features, maybe if he puts them in different places and scraps some of the tracks, he's just trying to put music out there and see what works. Trying to get numbers. You know how it is nowadays. Like
The Glorilla feature,
it was cool.
The hook that he gave for that track was kind of subpar underneath what he usually does.
Yeah, the hooks were hit or miss.
So didn't feel the passion in this project. Maybe I was hoping to.
We didn't even talk about 21 really. 21 that was
okay. All right, bro.
And that's
I hate that track. You want to be honest?
Yeah, it was
I hate that. The beat was so bad. Like I feel like the production on here was like mostly like okay. They had to do one flow.
Maybe we ain't old enough. Maybe we ain't listening enough, like he said to Kai. But maybe that's another thing for you to go at someone, voicing their opinion about the album and come at them that route. You must be spitting something, and I didn't get that. So I ain't saying you gotta be talking about some Lupe shit. I ain't saying you gotta be like Kendrick. I ain't even saying you gotta be Drake. Give me like, I'm not saying you got to be in the streets and talk about being in the streets as much, because it wasn't really even like that on here, but he kind of, hints at certain things. But like, give me more introspection. Maybe give me more like stuff, like I said on my turn, where I feel like he was trying to introduce himself more. I feel like you still got some introducing to do on here, man. You've connected maybe with certain people, but even then, because people have started to turn their back on Lil Baby a little bit. We saw it. Like, people were like, Lil Baby makes the same song. I feel that on here. You're making the same song. You're just trying to spice it up a little bit, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
Now, we still going to check out the next one, though. It wasn't that bad where it's like...
No, I'm going to...
There was nothing. It's like,
I'm going to come back for sure, but...
yeah, we're going to come back.
I was hesitant on this.
Because he has been making the same song. People have been saying that. Even his fans were saying that. So it's like, for me as a semi-outsider, right? I checked out his music, but like, I never really got that big push to be like, yeah, Lil Baby's going hard. He did drop that one song during BLM that I thought was interesting, but even then it wasn't crazy,
like
right? It was
just paint picture or something like that, or everything.
I'm not saying you got to talk about like political or like super conscious topics, but like, you can rap and you can hold my attention. You just have to do it for a project. So next one, I'm looking forward to it just because this one did solid, I think. So take what you learned from this one, because obviously people haven't been enjoying it that much. Some people, at least, that are big. So it's not just me. And improve. And we might have something.
All right. That being said, thank y'all so much for watching this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tell us something that we don't know. Let us know if we're wrong. In the description below, we'll have the album links, so y'all make sure y'all go check out this album. We haven't talked about this, but maybe we should do a little playlist and we release it. I've been thinking about that, so y'all do that, and then I'm gonna pass it off to Ray. Thank y'all so much.
Hey man, at the end of the day, shout out to Lil Baby, man. There was a time where you were named in the ATL, like they were trying to set up Ricos for artists, and you were named because of 4PF. And I do see yourself distancing yourself from that image. I think it is a smart decision. I just think maybe you need to put the dots together a little more if you're going to do that. And just focus on the highlights on here, And I do think that there is room to grow. To everybody watching, thank you for listening. To all the producers, everybody that worked on this, shout out to you as well, because, it takes a lot to put an album together, and this is going to probably do well. So, hey, man, get your numbers up, right?
Numbers.
Shout out to Deadly as usual. Appreciate you for another review. We're going to get this year rolling. With that being said, peace.
Peace.